So the Banshees of Insherin was another movie I watched when my computer was broken, so I wasn't able to film a video about it. So this movie was directed by Martin McDonald, if that's how you pronounce his name, I don't know, but he did Three Billboards in Ebbings, Missouri, which I thought was an excellent movie, and he just came out with this, which has Colin Farrell in it, who I know from True Detective and The Batman. I haven't seen that much of stuff with him, and the other guy who played Mad Eye Moody in Harry Potter. And so the movie's about Mad Eye Moody hates Colin Farrell now. Well, he doesn't hate him, but he's just like, I don't want to be friends with you no more. I want to work on my songs. You're a boring man. And this was like, this whole thing about like somebody just out of the blue not wanting to be friends with you anymore for really no like reason. Like they said, they weren't rowing. They were just fine. And then one day, nope. That has happened to me. So this movie, this was real. This movie was too real for me. Like one day you're fine. Hey, want to hang out? Yeah, okay. Then the next minute, I never want to talk to you again for some reason. It didn't get to the point where my friend was cutting off his fingers, but I was pretty worried about him. But if he doesn't want to talk to me, he doesn't want to talk to me. I kind of learned my lesson the hard way. Also, he blocked me. But this isn't about me. This is about the movie. So, it's one of my favorite genres, which is the sad, funny movies. Mixed between comedy and drama. It works usually. So I enjoyed it. Very well acted too. Just perfectly cast. The Colin Farrell's sister was actually played by Mike's daughter-in-law from Better Call Saul, and I didn't know that at first. I watched it and was like, "Hey, she looks familiar. I'm gonna see who that is." Oh, well, it's his daughter-in-law. I didn't know that she was Irish in real life, so I guess that just shows she does a very good American accent. So good for her, continuing with a post-Saul career. But yeah, first he's like, I don't want to spend time with you because, life has value and I should be doing more with my life, like making music and contributing to the world. He has that more like grand of self-importance, while Colin Farrell's character is probably who I agree with. It's like more about the little things. You don't have to make this huge impact. You just have to like. The life's about making relationships with people you're close to. Like who cares about Mozart really? It's all about the people you're close to, and I just thought that was a very good message that I could relate to. I think plenty of other people should relate to as well. But Colin Farrell's character isn't exactly like the hero of the story either, because a lot of it's just him wanting to be liked. He has this urge to be liked, which I guess also harkens back to me and my friend, that whole thing that happened 4 years ago. So yeah, I could relate to that too. I'm one for pointing out my own faults. But yeah, it just has a very ongoing theme of isolation. They live in this like island where nothing really happens. It looks really pretty though. I would love to go on vacation now. It's set in the 1920s during the Civil War. Like I said in my video about Pan's Labyrinth, I have no idea about other countries' civil wars because I didn't learn about it in history class. So I don't really know that was even a thing. But yeah, I like kind of the theme of isolation. Kind of reminds me of COVID nowadays, so I don't know if that was an intentional allegory or not, but that's just something I thought of when watching it. But I like how the sister character, whose name I forgot, the one played by Mike's daughter-in-law, she was like, you know what? You guys are just complaining about your lives and not doing anything. I'm gonna move over to this other city and be a librarian. I like her character because she actually like decides to do something about the dullness of her life. So that's kind of cool. And I also like how her and her brother obviously care about each other very much. You don't really see like sibling brother sister relationships between adults in movies nowadays that are like not toxic. So I enjoyed watching that. It's deeply like how much they care about each other, but still she kind of has to move on with her life at some point. It's just a I don't know, it's just a very sweet relationship. So I enjoyed that part of the movie. Also, the acting by her was very good as well. Carrie Condon. Okay, her name's Carrie Condon. Sorry, I just know her as Mike's daughter-in-law. I also liked the Dominic. I think his name was. He kind of starts off as like a sarcastic, like, ooh, I'm the funny comic relief character. But then throughout the film, layers for layers, you feel like that he's in like a deeply like abused person by his father, and he literally commits suicide about it. And I like how understated it is because throughout the film, like, there's plenty of opportunities for people to step in and help him get out of that situation, but for whatever reason or another, they don't. So it kind of shows that, it's kind of been hiding in plain sight the whole time. People could have done something. Now it's too late. You see this all the time. So I kind of like how that was in the movie. It doesn't really affect the plot much, but that's kind of the point. As depressing as, like, the movie is, there's also some funny scenes. Like, when he does cut off all his fingers, he can't play the violin anymore, so he just does this with it. He just does, like, whoop, 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 boom. That's hilarious. Just the scenes with, like, the donkey before the donkey dies. Rest in peace, donkey. Just stuff like that. Those little subtle moments of comedy reminds me of, like, a British Coen Brothers movie, if anything. It definitely has that Coen Brothers vibe from it. Three Billboards especially did because it had Frances McDormand, but you know what I mean. So overall, I'm gonna give this movie a C plus. Not my favorite movie of the year. Kind of on the same level as Avatar 2. But I thoroughly enjoyed it. Let me know what you guys thought of it down in the comments below. And everybody have a great day and a happy New Year. Peace.